All right, so if you're thinking about starting a business, let me tell you this. Do not rely on your friends and family to keep your business afloat. And what do I mean by that? Throughout the years, I'm going on 7 years of being in business. I quit my job. I used to be a correctional officer I quit back in 2019. I did that for 3 years. I'll explain more how on a different video on how I ended up in that job, but I quit my job back in 2019. This year, 2026, we're gonna be hitting 7 years in business. And let me tell you, do not rely on friends and family to keep your business afloat. And I don't mean that as in like my friends and family don't support me. They do support me. But let me give you a simple math problem, okay? In rent, I spent probably about in rent alone. I spent probably about 38,000 a year. 38,000 a year in the local area because I do own a ice cream shop. So my business is foot traffic that comes in. In the local area, I probably know maybe 100 people that are friends and family. Um, Prior to me opening my business, after I opened my business, I gained a lot more friends because customers do become friends. But when I started my business in 2019, maybe 100 people. Those 100 people that I know, if they came and visited my business once a week, would still not be enough to pay off the rent at the end of the year. It would not be enough. And obviously, we pay rent at a monthly basis, but you know what I'm trying to get at. So that being said, when a friend or a family member, sorry about that, when a friend or a family member stops by and supports my business, I'm very thankful. Even if it's once a month, even if it's twice a year, I'm very thankful. I don't ever bash friends and family for not supporting my business. As a matter of fact, I never tell friends and family to come support my business. Um, I just post. I post my business a lot, mainly through the business page, sometimes through my page, but I never tell someone, you should stop by. Hey, please come by. It's been slow. I never say that because I rely on building a clientele. If I wanted to rely purely on selling to those 100 people that I know, my business would not succeed. I would be out of business within the first year. And I see so many people posting about family support versus stranger support, and they make it seem like the stranger is supports you so much more. Yeah, last year I recorded a total of 19,000 transactions. So that was 19,000 sales. I I don't know that many people personally. So I have to rely for my business to stay afloat. I need to get new clientels. I need to get new customers and build a clientele. I've been doing that for the past 7 years. I cannot rely on friends and family to keep my business afloat, let alone profit. So please, if you do start a business, do not rely on friends and family. And don't take it personal when they don't go once a week or once a month. Think of whatever business you're thinking of starting. All right, picture that business, whether it's a service or a restaurant or something in the food industry or a website. Unless it's any of the big chains, how many times do you support a business of the business you're thinking of starting? How many times do you support a similar business? How often do you do it? You do it once a week. So if you're thinking about starting a shoe store, do you go buy shoes once a week? No, you don't. If you're thinking about starting, I don't know, a donut shop, do you go buy donuts once a week? I doubt it. I don't think you go to buy donuts 52 times out of the year. So that being said, same thing with friends and family. They can't be here once a week supporting you, making sure that your bills are paid. So when a friend or a family member stops by and supports my business, I'm actually very thankful, and I will never bash friends and family. Yes, is there people maybe in your circle that don't want to see you succeed? Yes, that is very, very likely. I don't think most people don't want to see you succeed. I think most people, I don't want to say they're tight on money, but they can't be spending all their money just in your business. So that being said, when you start a business, build a clientele, market your business, and try to build as many customers as you can. Do not rely on friends and family. them stopping by is a plus, and be thankful and be thankful for them and be appreciative. So thank you guys. I hope this helps. Have a good one.